And it just cuts short.
It's always something. If it ain't one thing, it's something else.
Man, that's crazy. Nah, we gotta go back. Bro, it ain't right if we don't get the intro right. So I can't really
I
even
couldn't
start the
agree
show.
more. Like hearing it, I was like, yeah, that was definitely the right decision for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Man, so episode 24, this is the Kobe Bryant edition. But I'm Jax, is Cross. How you doing, bro? How was the weekend? It was a crazy weekend.
Oh man, yeah, crazy busy, lots of sports, lot of wild stuff, UFC 322. But yeah, I'm ready to get into it. What about you?
Yes, definitely crazy. A really good weekend. First of all, Cowboys didn't play, so they couldn't lose. So I mean, hey, Mavericks won yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad. It's not bad. Man, I got a very technical question for you though. So obviously, as you know, my teams have not been doing great at all. But I'm very loyal to my teams. I'm so loyal that I find it very, very difficult to wear other teams' jerseys or shirts or apparel. So my question is, when is it okay?
Bro, it's a good question. So it's okay. Let's say, for instance, if like you have a buddy, let's say they get a job and they're like coaching at like another school or a rival school, and they like invite you to a game or something like that, and you want to wear some of the gear support, like somebody close to you. Or let's say, for instance, like you got a family member that signs and goes to A&M,
Yeah.
right? When you go watch them play, you're gonna have the A&M gear on, supporting your
Mhm.
family, right?
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Situations like that make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Andrew? Um, yeah, man, because it's like, I see, you know what I saw? I saw Minnesota, they got the purple rain jerseys.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, them things nice, man.
Mhm.
And like, man, a purple rain, Anthony Edwards jersey. I mean, but I can't get it. Like I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't. You know what I'm saying? Or even a Houston Oilers, a throwback jersey.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, that would be nice, but I can't.
Bro, you can get it and then rock it when you go see Sterling, dog. He would love that, bro. That would literally
Would.
make his day if you did that.
He had me in so many pictures. He said the Dallas Trash Boys gonna lose. They trash. I mean, they might. But before we jump into NFL, man, let's talk about the UFC, dude. Like, first of all, overall, what'd you think of the card?
So, bro, like leading up into the co-main and the main, like the card was phenomenal. We
Yeah.
ended the prelims with a bang. Bo Nickel with the head kick KO, brutal head kick KO, beautiful.
Mhm.
Then we get three more finishers, and then the co-main and the main. We just get 50 minutes of just domination, grappling, and it kind of just. The card kind of ended on a down note, but overall, I mean, solid card, and I'm ready to see what you think about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, same thing, man. I mean, the card was amazing. The welterweight showed out. Um, yeah, it was amazing up until, I mean, not that they didn't do amazing, but it just wasn't, the excitement wasn't necessarily there for Valentina and Islam's wins, but they did what they had to do to,
Mhm.
you know, to secure the belt and move forward or whatnot. But so here's the big question. The biggest question is, who does Islam fight next? Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna take Ilya Taporia out of the mix. So outside of Ilya Taporia, who should he fight next?
I mean, personally, I think it's very easy, very clear. It should be Michael Morales, and I'll make the case for you. And I know Islam said he wants to fight Kamaru Usman and all that, but I'll make the case as to why it's just very easy for Michael Morales. Number one, Michael Morales is undefeated, 19-0. Kamaru Usman, former champion. I get it. Michael Morales just coming off finishing the number one contender in the division in the first round on the same card as Islam. Um, like I said, Kamaru Usman's 2-3 in his last 5 fights. He's only got one win since October 2023, which that kind of activity is not what you want. Morales has 3 wins since August of 24.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously, I get from the negotiating standpoint with Kamaru Usman being with Ali Abdelaziz. I know like they can Ali's definitely gonna be trying to get that fight made.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for me, Michael Morales is definitely the number one guy, number one contender. And he brings an interesting dynamic because the size difference is just so crazy between him and Islam. And he's a big time striker. And we saw that with Sean Brady. He just dealt with a grappler.
Yeah, that's true. And he dealt with a grappler who decided not to grapple, but but he did deal with a grappler. And I mean, his stance, the way that his mindset, going into it, like he definitely had the right thing. And if they put him up next, I would be happy if they put him up next. I think my only pushback, and it's not even really pushback, because I actually hope that this is wrong, but I feel as though what happens this coming up weekend is going to tell the story, because I think that Ian Gary is going to end up getting first dibs, right or wrong. I think that that win over Carlos Prates is going to give him a leg up. And unfortunately, like it almost makes that win look better. Well, it does make that win look better by seeing what he did to Leon. So I feel like they're gonna be like, okay, let's see what Ian does. If Ian wins dominantly, which may or may not happen, um, then we'll give it to Ian. If Ian does not win dominantly, then we'll give it to Morales. If Morales can't make it in a certain time frame, then we're gonna give it to Prates.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little pushback on this,
Okay.
just for the sake of argument. So I hear you. Like Ian Gary fights this weekend, got former champion Bilal Muhammad and UFC Qatar, got it. Number one, what would Ian Gary have to do in that win to outdo what Morales just did this past weekend? Number one.
Man. To outdo,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He would have to finish Benil Dariush, which is extremely difficult, which I don't think that he's going to do. Um, but I think the win over Prates and what he showed in the Shavkat Rakhmonov situation, and the fact that he filled in on short notice to fight Carlos Prates, is going to give him a bit of a nudge from a company perspective.
Okay. Does the loss to Shavkat matter at all?
I think the loss to Shavkat actually makes it better because of how close that fight was.
Okay. Okay. So
Now,
so essentially what you're saying is Michael Morales beating everybody, being undefeated is just not enough.
in this case, no, it's not enough.
Okay. All right.
Now,
Hey, I was just curious. I was just
I
curious.
want it to be enough. You know, I don't like Ian Gary. I hope
True.
he fights somebody way down the line, but I feel like that's what they're going to end up doing. I think that Michael Morales would be a more entertaining fight. Um, and I really, really hope that they don't make Michael Morales and Carlos Prates fight. I hope that.
Yeah, yeah. Or I hope they don't do Morales Shavkat either. I
Oh,
know Shavkat's coming back from that injury. I hope they don't do that either.
yeah. I hope that's not what they do. But the top part of the rankings. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's see. So ignore the Ramazan Kuramagomedov PFL guy, but look at these rankings. So we got Islam at the top. Jack drops down, obviously loses. Bilal is still there, I guess. This is Share Dog's rankings, not mine. But then you got Shavkat, Michael Morales, Gary, Protez, and then the two losers down there at the bottom. So it's like that top part of the. I mean, you could almost plug anybody in outside of Bilal Muhammad and JDM for a title shot, and people would be like, "I get it."
Okay, how about this though? Out of all the guys it could potentially be, Usman, Ian Gary, Morales, Shafkat, who has the best win out of all of them in the last year? Who has the best win?
Um, I'd probably say that's tough. I'd probably say Shavkat.
Exactly.
I'd probably say Shavkat.
Shafkat over Ian Gary?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I mean, Shavkat beat Ian Gary, who beat Carlos Prates. This is MMA math at its finest.
True. True.
So Shavkat is also undefeated, just like Michael Morales, and he fought stiffer competition.
Coming off of an injury though, hasn't fought in a really long
That's the
time.
thing. That the timing. But yes, like I would say that he does, but that injury makes things more interesting. If he
Cause
wasn't
bro,
injured,
go ahead, my
different.
bad.
If he wasn't injured, it's a different conversation, I think.
Yeah.
But he is
But I mean, bro, the win over Brady is huge because, in my opinion, he was the number one contender
based on beating Leon, right?
based on beating Leon. I know he lost to Bilal before that, but did he beat somebody before he beat Bilal?
Yeah, he was undefeated going into the Bilal fight, I think, wasn't he?
No, no, no. I mean before the Leon fight. So
Oh,
so so I
yes,
know he beat somebody else, right?
he did. Yeah, he beat somebody else. Matter of fact, I think he won 3 in a row going into
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fight.
Gilbert Burns. I think he beat Gilbert.
Yeah,
So I
mhm.
mean, I don't know. It's bruh, welterweight is literally just on fire, man. And
It
and
really is. You
yeah,
kind
it's
of
so many contenders for real.
you can almost not go wrong. Let's see what Matul said. He said, if y'all don't want to see Protez Morales and Shavkat fight each other, who do they fight? Dude, so this is what makes it tough is when I say I don't want to see them fight each other, I don't want to kill off a contender
Hmm.
unnecessarily. Sometimes you have to, you don't have a choice. But it's just in other divisions, I see contenders getting killed off before they fight the champion or getting worn down before they fight the champion. So the champion gets easy pickings, you know, like um what Marab was doing or what
Hmm.
Max Holloway was doing, back in the day. He was, killing off contenders before they got to the champ. Like I don't
Hmm.
want to see a situation where that's the case.
Yeah.
So
And then on top of it, like we don't know when Shavkat's coming back for the injury, first off.
true.
Um Morales, I mean, bro, like he got all this momentum right now.
He
With
does.
coming off of a win like that, Madison Square Garden.
Hmm.
Protez, I mean, yeah, but I think even still with Protez, he did just had a loss to Garrett not that long ago. So I think he definitely still needs to get another win. Maybe one of them can fight Kamara Usman. Because Usman, I think
Hmm.
Usman's out of it just
Yeah.
because he's only got one win. He's got to beat another top contender.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Islam is trying to give him, throw him a carrot off a legacy, and obviously the Ali connection. They can both make
Hmm.
some money off of it, but I don't think that Kamaru deserves to be up there. You know, if one of them has to fight somebody else, then definitely Kamaru is going to be in that mix of people to fight for sure, and I would be okay with that. But yeah, I don't know. It's really tough. What I don't want to see though is I don't want to see Ilya Taporia in this mix.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Then it's gonna mess up two divisions.
Yeah, yeah. So let me see. Let me see. So it looks like Western and Grimy Matua got a lot to say on this one. So let me go back. So Matua says Kamaru first, then Gary, then Prates, build up Morales in the meantime. What do you think about that?
Build him up. He just beat what, the number two, number three guy?
Yeah, I don't know how far you can build
Like,
him up.
like what else? What else you got to do?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where else you got to go. after that.
For real.
Grimy said Gary versus Islam as long as he wins Saturday. I mean, I think I don't want Ian Gary to fight for a belt. I don't want this to get misconstrued that I think that that's what I want because
Bro,
it
it's
ain't.
gonna happen. It's gonna
I just
happen
feel
at
like
some
it's gonna
point.
happen.
It's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah.
Because I mean, whether regardless how we feel about Ian Garrett, dude can fight once he get inside the octagon. Like
Yeah.
that's just what it is. And he shows solid fight IQ in some really tough fights too. So I mean, he's gonna be a tough out for Bilal Muhammad this weekend, and then on top of it, just moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Western says the loss to Shafkat doesn't matter.
Okay, then. Okay.
Yeah. And then who do they fight? I don't know if you had to match them up. How would you match them up?
All right. So Morales took no damage. Islam took no damage. So both of them gonna be ready to go. You honestly could do that early 2026 on a new deal. Honestly, if you wanted to, they both would be ready to go. Um, I think I would do, since we don't have any type of timetable on Shavkat, I think we should do Kamaru Usman and Carlos Prates. I think that would be a solid fight for both guys.
Mm-hmm.
And depending how, we can't really say what happens this weekend right now, but depending how that goes, that's going to be another name to throw in the mix. And probably, I don't know. It's so many moving parts. Just because, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, Islam probably could be ready to fight again, probably in February.
Yeah, I agree. I think I agree with that. Like, if they did, unless Ian Gary goes out there and sparks Bilal, if they do Islam versus Michael Morales, Prates versus Kamaru Usman, with a guarantee that whoever wins that fight will fight for a belt next. And then Ian Gary, I don't know what to do with him. Like, he has to be in the mix if he wins.
Yeah.
So,
But the wrench in the plan is, let's say Shavkat is ready in February.
yeah, it's a wonderful problem to have,
It is.
but it's a problem. It
Mm-hmm.
is a problem.
It is.
So, speaking of Islam, so since he won, and this is really for the chat because I already know what your answer is going to be, but like, is he firmly ahead of Khabib in the GOAT debate?
Firmly.
Firmly, like no question.
Firmly. Like, I think you could go ahead and start making that case that like Islam's in that top 5 now. Like, I know there can be pushback. I'm just saying you can make an argument for him to be in there.
Yeah. I feel like anybody that thinks that thought that Khabib was top 5, which I'm not one of those people, you got to put Islam in the top 5.
Exactly.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the question is like, is he past Jose Aldo? Is he past? He's got to be past DC.
Yeah, past DC. But bro, I personally think Islam is at 5 right now today.
Man, I can't argue against it. I can't argue against it because of everything that he's done. Defends the lightweight belt 4 times.
Yep, got the record there.
Then goes up and beats a legit welterweight.
Yep,
dominates him.
Yep,
for the belt.
Tied the record for consecutive UFC wins with Anderson Silva.
Mm-hmm.
And then just ended all of these win streaks. Ended Volk's win streak. Ended Oliveira's win streak. Ended JDM's win streak.
Yeah. I don't know how anybody can say anything different from that. I really don't. I don't. So how long do you think that he stays at welterweight? How long does he do this?
I personally don't think he goes back to 55. I think he got that experience of like not having to cut too much weight. And I mean, in there with JDM, bro, he didn't look undersized at all with JDM. I know JDM's not a big welterweight. I know some of the other dudes in the division are massive, but
yeah,
I mean, even right now, he still is the best grappler in the division.
100%. He is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious how long he plans on defending the belt. because I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like, what else do you really have to prove?
Mm-hmm.
You know, are you trying to get 3 belts? What are you trying to do? Um, yeah.
What you want him? You want him to go up and try and get the middleweight belt as well?
I mean, you might as well try it.
I don't know. That's a different type of problem up
That's a
there now.
tall task.
That's a different kind
Tall
of
task.
problem up there now.
It is 100%. It really is. But I mean, what else is there to do?
I
I mean,
mean,
he can defend, of course. Those are tough
true,
challenges.
but I think what's going to end up happening. Let's say just for the sake of argument, let's say Arman Sarukian wins this weekend. Then they make Ilya Arman at some point. That fight happens.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just for the sake of argument, let's say Ilya beats Arman. Bro, we gotta have Islam Ilya. It's gonna be too big. It's gonna be too massive of a fight.
Man, let's make it at a catch weight or something, man.
I'm cool. I'm cool with the catch weight. I'm cool with that because I think at 170, Ilya is gonna be way too small at 170. Way too small.
Yeah. 100. Yes. He's gonna be too small at 155.
I ain't gonna lie. Like early in the Oliveira fight, he would like when Oliveira got him in a clinch. I was like, man,
when he got him in
Oliveira
the
kind of
clinch up
just
against
tossing
the
him
cage,
around.
you couldn't even see him anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. But I mean, I agree. I don't think Islam goes back down. I don't think he wants to cut any more weight after feeling what he felt like in this one. And he looked every bit a 170 pounder for sure. I don't know. Oh, speaking of people at 170, should Leon Edwards walk away?
Bro, I don't know where he goes. I think if he was just to like walk off and like not really like say anything, I think we would all understand, man. I don't think there's anywhere he really can go, honestly. For real. What about you? What you think?
I don't think he's going to, but I think he should.
Yeah.
You know. But I guess in my mind, it's like if you're not going for a particular ultimate goal or whatever that goal is, then why are you still here?
Yeah.
Unless it's a money situation, a lifestyle situation, or whatever it is. But like if that's not something, I mean, unless you're like a fighter who that's never been the goal, like a Kevin Holland, like I don't know when he's gonna stop fighting.
Yeah.
Because it's different. But for Leon, the goal was to be where he was. And then the goal became to get back where he was. And now he just got done. I mean, he's never been knocked out.
Bro, it was brutal too, boy.
Lifted him off his feet.
Yes.
Yeah. Weston said he should go to 185. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't think he got enough power to go up to 85.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think he should go. Another person I think should go. And
I already know.
Ooh. I thought he should go beforehand. And I was hoping that he wasn't going to get beat, brutally, but one punch.
Bro, his chin is gone, dog. But Beneil Dariush, the chin is just gone. Like, I understand you want to still get in there, you still want to chase it, but bro, like your chin is gone. You get touched, and I mean, he just goes down like a sack of potatoes, dog.
Yeah, the strong gust of wind. He's out. He's out. Yeah. Let's see, what did Grimy say? Bigger guys will turn his lights off. Yeah. Talking about Leon. Yeah.
And then something else with Beneil, man. I don't know if it's just me just watching, but he looks so very slow, like very slow. Like he looks like he's just real planet, just really slow. And I mean, he just gets hit clean way too much. And at this point, man, because I mean, he been first round KO'd and like Arman got him, BSD got him. Was Oliveira first or second round?
Was it? It might have been the first round too.
So I mean, bro, like he been getting finished so early in these fights, man. Like it's definitely time for him to just hang it up.
Yeah, I think he'll be a really good coach. I think so. What did Western say? He he said it wouldn't be smart, but he thinks it's Leon's best option to move is to move up. I just I think that it'll be a massacre. It'll
Yeah.
be a massacre. What's up, Chris Cushman? Appreciate that, bro.
Love that. Love that, Cushman. Love that, brother.
All right. Last thing on the UFC. Well, on this part of it at least. Um, so Valentina made Jean Wei Li look extremely small.
Yep.
Um, and it wasn't exciting, but it was dominant. So leaving that fight, what do you think of Valentina now as her standing in the division?
I mean, definitely like, the greatest flyweight ever. Definitely one of the greatest female fighters ever. She's definitely on Mount Rushmore for the ladies.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I don't think Whaley loses any stock at all because it didn't like for us watching the fight, it wasn't a skill issue. It was just literally she was just too small.
Yeah.
And you know, Valentina just like big sistered her the entire night, bro. Like whenever they would come together, get in the clinch, yeah, all right, now you going down. I'm just gonna hold you down for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Hmm.
But Whaley, I think decision's very easy. Go back to strawweight, fight Mackenzie Dern, and go on about it, and then just keep having title defenses down at strawweight. But Valentina, I will say this though, I'm very much still looking forward to Natalia Silva, Valentina Shevchenko, because I think that's going to be a little different of a puzzle with Silva because she uses so much of her footwork and she's just in and out, side to side so much that I think both of them do very well at range. So it's going to be interesting. I think Silva's going to have a speed advantage against Valentina too.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think it felt like you ever seen like probably when you were young, well, when you were like really really young, you play somebody that was bigger than you in basketball and they just back you down. You're like, man, I
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Yep.
They not better than you. They not
Yep.
more skilled than you. They just bigger and you can't do nothing. That's what it felt like in watching that. And I don't think that if it was a pure striking battle, things may have been different as far as speed, but it wasn't. This is
Yeah.
MMA. Um, and what it didn't answer to me was because going into it, my question was, has Valentina's speed declined or striking declined to a point where people who weren't on her level can make things interesting? And this didn't solve that for me at
Mm-mm.
all.
Not at all.
Now I have the same questions going into this Natalia Silva fight if they make it, which hopefully they do. Um, and I think that I'm gonna pick Silva. I'm gonna pick her because I
Yeah.
feel like she's gonna be faster, and I think that Natalia Silva is more of a threat from a jiu-jitsu standpoint than Zhang Wei Li was because of Zhang Wei Li's her size.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I really I was going into the Mano Valentina fight thinking that would be the toughest fight for Valentina, and I mean she just got through Mano very easy as well. So honestly, man, like the challenges at 125 for Valentina, they are coming up short, and I would assume after Silva, the next contender would be Aaron Blanchfield.
yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I don't think Aaron Blanchfield has anything for her.
Well, I will say this though: if Valentina wants to grapple with Blanchfield, that could get interesting though.
Yeah, that's a different. That's different. That is
Mhm.
different. Yeah, and Blanchfield will oblige, but Valentina will eat her up on the feet.
Oh, 100%. Bro, Tracy Cortez was tagging her on the feet,
She
dog.
was. She was. Yeah, yeah. I was slightly impressed until the end for Tracy Cortez. Yeah, things got terrible for her when it hits the grappling. Anywho, let's dig into some college football real quick. So you sent me a message about James Franklin. So I wanted to jump into that first. So what did you hear about that situation?
So shout out to my boy Grimy in the chat. Respect. Sent me the link about James Franklin taking the job at Virginia Tech. I think it's phenomenal move by Virginia Tech. I think it's even smart for James Franklin. He's still going to get his money from Penn State. He's going to be at a program that's got a little bit of history, a little bit of tradition, but they're in a conference where it's not win right now and we're going to get rid of you. Like, he can go there and win 9-10 games a year, and they are going to they will love that at Virginia Tech. And I think that
Mhm.
program has been down for so long. Like, I remember the days in the early 2000s with Frank Beamer.
Beamer
When
ball, man.
Beamer ball was real at Virginia Tech,
Yeah.
man. Michael Vick at Virginia Tech. And, man, like Virginia Tech, Miami was like the game every year.
Mhm.
And hopefully, he can go in there, do well, and turn the program around.
Man, I miss those days when you had to really respect the special teams of Virginia Tech. Their special
Mhm.
teams was so good. But I mean, I think that's right in his wheelhouse. We were talking about this offline about the where he's good at recruiting, and I think that's the perfect place for him. I think he's going to infuse a lot of life into that program, and I'm looking forward to hearing Enter Sandman when he's walking out the tunnel. Like that's going to
Yeah.
be dope. Especially if he starts running like he did at Penn State.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. When the comedian did that
Oh,
impersonation of him,
keeping
bro,
up
I
with
was in
me. Yeah,
tears, dog, in tears. But and then on top of it, him going to the ACC, bro,
yeah.
you can go into the ACC and win like right away because there is no dominant team in the ACC right now.
No, there's not. Everybody's kind of falling back to mediocre. So he
Mhm.
definitely got a chance for sure. Um, oh, before we get too far away from it, I want to read this really quick. Grimy said something about we need Dakota Decheva. Give her Manon, and if she wins, fights Bullet. Like
Oh,
that is
one,
perfect.
yeah,
That's
bro,
perfect.
that makes perfect sense. But the issue, I don't think she's gonna be able to get out of PFL because she keep winning the tournament.
And she
Like,
just
because
signed another contract too.
yeah, they got the deal where like if you win the tournament, you automatically re-up your deal. And that's how
Mhm.
Kayla Harrison got to the
That's how she got
UFC
stuck.
when she lost, she got out of the deal. And the UFC like, yeah, come on over here. And then the rest is history. So
Hmm.
I mean, don't be surprised if we see Dakota lose a fight, and then next thing you know, she's at the UFC.
Yeah, that I would not be surprised at all. Um, so yeah, I definitely got to put this up because this is very important. Um, UNT is actually ranked. They're ranked for the first
Mm-hmm.
time since 1959, and I don't think they're gonna leave the rankings, y'all. I don't think they're gonna leave because the rest of the schedule is terrible for them.
But the question is do they make the playoffs?
That is a great question. That's a very good question. So, actually, let's look at the entire rankings here. So, obviously, Alabama, they slipped, but I think that Alabama makes it. I'm not worried about them. Um, it was a close game against OU, and whatever. OU's a very good team as well, so I'm not worried about Alabama. Um, but UNT, like it's between them and JMU.
Yep.
And if James Madison, wins out, then it's probably going to be them. But I think that there's an outside shot that UNT can make it and find a way into the playoff to lose on the first weekend. But they'll make it.
Well, yeah, we definitely gonna keep an eye on them. And I know you are for sure.
100% have to. So tell me about this Alabama OU game.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Going into the game, man, I was telling people OU just matches up very well with us. Like the D line, the front seven, I was telling people like they are going to give us trouble up front. So like that did not surprise me one bit at all. And if you go look at the stats, man, I mean, we outgained them, had more first downs, more time possession. It was the turnovers.
Yeah.
And Ty Simpson did not play well, and OU did what they needed to do to get the job done and
Mhm.
get the win. And congratulations to them. And you just got to regroup. And Bama still controls their own destiny. If Bama beats Auburn, they're in the SEC championship against Texas A&M.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Which is crazy that they would go over Georgia or Ole Miss.
Yeah, that is crazy. But I mean, it's just the way it's set up.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Um, One interesting thing that I don't think a lot of people know, and this is kind of going back to UNT just for a second, is Mestermaker, the quarterback for UNT, hadn't he never started a game until he hadn't started a game since his freshman year in high school, and then he started a bowl game for UNT. So that big gap, and now he's doing amazing things at UNT. But the person that he replaced, Chandler Morris, transferred, and he transferred to University of Virginia, number 19.
Mm-hmm.
So that's two UNT quarterbacks in the top 25. You're not going to see that every day.
Little shout out. Little shout
Yeah,
out. I see you. I see
yeah.
you.
But we got to take what we can get. We got to take it. But so another game that happened was the Georgia Texas game,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, man, Texas. I just feel like they're not ready, man. They not ready for this level of competition, and that's okay because there's a lot of players that are very very young on the team that are in important skill positions. And Arch Manning, he played decently, but his receivers were dropping balls left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what did you take away from that particular game for Texas?
Welcome to life in the SEC, where you have legit games every week, week in, week out, going on the road. November is gonna make or break you. And I think it's just a learning process because I mean, if we look, not too far away from Austin, Texas, we look at College Station, Texas. Texas A&M barely survived. I'm gonna be honest. South Carolina imploded in that game, bro. They was up 30-3 at halftime. And then at the end of the third quarter, the game was 24-30, and they end up winning 31-30.
Yeah,
Like, and then qualities is kept. A&M has only beaten the bottom feeders in the SEC.
yeah.
So Texas,
I'm not super impressed by them.
yeah. So I mean, a lot of people have been talking about it. Texas, they will see them Thanksgiving weekend. So we gonna see that rivalry game. Of course, that's gonna be great. But yeah, man, it's just life in the SEC, man. Like I truly think it probably gonna get 5 teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, I believe that. I do. I mean, it's the best. It's the best conference, easily. Grimy doesn't like this background. I'm not sure why.
I wonder why he doesn't like it. Grimy, I had nothing to do with the background, brother. It's not me. I had nothing to
Hey,
do with
so Grimy, I'm just putting the number one team in the nation on here.
it.
If it changes, I'll put another team up here. But it just hadn't changed. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just what it is. But yeah, yeah, I'm glad you were talking about that Texas A&M game because that was actually the next thing that I was going to talk about. But you already talked about it. I don't like. I think that they're getting applauded a little bit in the media, but I'm like, I feel like this exposed them.
Yeah.
I really think it did.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, yeah, they do have the Notre Dame win, and that's honestly that's the best win on their resume right now. But
Mhm.
man, like when I tell you they looked like they just were not there. They were not ready to play for that early kick. And then I don't know what's going on over at South Carolina, but Shane Beamer, like whatever they got going on, bro, it was painful to watch how they just imploded.
Yeah, yeah. I know he needs to be worried for real. All right, so let's talk about some NFL real quick. Um, I don't know if you have watched the Carolina Panthers play, but the Carolina Panthers, dude, the Carolina Panthers are actually a very exciting team. Now they don't win all the time, even though they're 6-5. They're actually one game out of first place.
Mm-hmm.
They don't win all the time, but they are actually really exciting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as opposed to teams that are really good that are just super boring, like the team I have in the background here. They're I mean, obviously they were fun when they had to come back in that game against the Giants, but Denver is I don't know how they're I mean, I know how they're doing. It's the defense, of course.
Yep.
But
And scrappy, dog. Scrappy.
but they're not as fun to watch in my
Yeah.
but the Panthers are. And then you see Bryce Young put up 447 yards passing,
Mm-hmm.
no interceptions, a couple of touchdowns. Rico Dowdle, Tedero McMillan, like they have
Mm-hmm.
a squad.
Yeah, they get the nucleus is all young, and then they got Chuba Hubbard. I don't know if you remember him from his college days, man. That nucleus very young, and it's good to see them trying to turn things around in Carolina because it's been a while since they have really won anything there. So
Mhm.
that division I feel like is it's kind of topsy turvy. It doesn't seem like anybody in the division really wants to just take it and run with it. So I mean, who knows, man? Carolina could take that next step.
They could. They could. They still got some things to do on the defensive side of the ball, but I like their team. They're pretty exciting to watch. Another situation that happened, and this has been all over social media, is obviously Shadur Sanders got in the game
Mm-hmm.
in the third quarter, and Dylan Gabriel got hurt. I don't know if it was a concussion, but he came in, a lot of applause, and yeah,
Brother,
it didn't go great.
brother, O-line play. Like I think the coach even came out that him being in the game was the first time he had gotten any reps with the ones.
Hmm.
What? How? It's not like you were getting really good quarterback play from Dylan Gabriel, but man, like the offensive line play. I know our boy Big Chico, he was putting some stuff up on social media just showing how like free rushers was just coming free on like very easy stunts.
Hmm.
Like they were sliding away from pressure, and it was wild, man. And Shadur was basically running for his life.
I mean, as soon as he touched the ball, he was running for his
Mhm.
life.
Yep.
But you could see glimpses of good things. There were some passes that he connected on, and it's almost a credit to the fact that he had such bad line play at Colorado that he
Mm-hmm.
was able to get some of these things off. But do you feel like he's still being set up for failure?
100%. Like the bro, I mean, what good quarterback play have the Browns had in the last 10, 15, 20 years, bro? Like I understand they got probably defensive player of the year in Myles Garrett. Dude's a freak, generational
Mhm.
defender, by the way, phenomenal. I think he's like the only guy to have like 6 seasons of 12 plus sacks or something like that. Just
Yeah,
craziness. Um, but I don't know, like they got to do something with the offensive line and just help out with the protection. And I mean, you got a guy that potentially could even be your guy, man. You got to protect them.
yeah, yeah. And it's not fair because they're holding the quarterbacks accountable for stuff that they can't control. They like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as soon as they touch the ball, everybody's coming. Like,
Yeah,
what are you supposed
and
to do
it's
with that?
and it's and it's very similar to how the Panthers were looking a couple years with Bryce Young.
Yeah. Hmm.
And now Bryce Young get a little experience. You starting to protect him a little bit, and next thing you know, starting to have some success.
Yep, it's the same situation, and they stuck it out. Like they benched Bryce for a little bit, but they didn't get rid of him. He still got practice reps. He still, towards the end of the year of his rookie year, he got back in the starting lineup. Like they stuck with him, and now they're reaping the rewards. And the Browns just don't have that kind of patience at all.
Yeah,
And that's going to be detrimental to them. I hope that this coming week that he gets actual first team reps, gets to actually practice the way that he's supposed to, and he's prepared going into the game. But I have no hope. They're
yeah,
probably going to try to rush Dylan Gabriel back and try to get him in there.
yeah. It's just bad all the way around. You see that Chris Cushman comment?
Let's see what he say. Oh, oh, we're gonna talk about. Yeah, man, we can talk about that. We can definitely talk about that. Um, so I did see that he got suspended.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it was for.
One game.
Okay, that's cool. But I mean, it's going back to the first game of the season when the Eagles was it Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. Yep. Yep. Spit on that. Yep.
You you can't do that. And I know Jalen Ramsey is mouthy and he gets under people's skin. I get it. But dude, that's a man code violation.
Absolutely, bro. Like straight up, bro. Spitting on somebody, like that's fight instantly, bro. Straight
Yeah.
up. Like I got no problems with how Jalen Ramsey reacted at
Mm-mm.
all.
No,
Because I mean, if another man spit on you, bro, like that is so disrespectful, dog. So
yeah,
disrespectful.
it is. It is. And so like I'm glad that nothing, or at least I haven't seen that anything happened to Jalen. And I don't think anything should happen to Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, like I almost feel like one game
Ain't enough.
we might have to go 2 games on this one.
Yeah, bro, this is something that like cannot happen. Like you got to get rid of this for real.
Yeah. The Grammy said they need to make it an automatic 3 games. And
That would
I
stop it.
feel you.
That would definitely stop it. Especially dudes getting paid by games. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would definitely stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
with all the cameras and all these HD, 4K, 8K camera, you are not going to get away with anything. There is a
Yeah.
camera on everybody at all times. Like it makes absolutely no sense.
Man, this is super typical. How did you get Herb Dean on the podcast? Super typical. You reach deep in your bag on that one, huh?
Bro, that's when you know the podcast legit, man. We get Herb Dean on here, dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man. Did you see that Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions against the Rams?
Bro, that's painful. That is painful. And I get it. I mean, especially after seeing Ty Simpson throw all those picks, man, I can only imagine like how the fan base is feeling when you see that. Cause it's kind of like as a quarterback, you kind of gotta have that confidence about yourself. Like when you throw the one, like you can't get gun shy because you get gun shy, then it's only gonna get worse. But then if you try and press too much, you throw another pick, and then it starts to snowball. And hopefully he can just leave it in yesterday and move forward. Cause I mean, they're still in good shape right now.
They are. They great shape.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I got a graphic for that. So look, they're still at number 5 right there. They would
Yeah.
be playing Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, the Rams are at number 2. Like, but that division is still winnable
Mm-hmm.
for them. They can still do some things. So they can't afford for him to fall off at all. Dude, did you expect to see the Bears?
Man, I was literally talking about that on lunch today because one of my boys a big Lions fan, just like Grimy.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Yo, Chicago. How about the Chicago Bears, first place in the division? Man, that's just wild. I don't even think Bears fans were expecting anything like that. But hey, shout out to them. Caleb Williams doing his thing.
Mhm.
And we gonna see because I mean that division is tight,
It is.
tight.
It is. I mean, and unfortunately, and this kind of goes to Grimey's comment about that pass interference call, which was not pass interference against AJ Brown. I mean, it was perfect defense, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but because of those things, but the thing is like you can't boil it down to one play.
Yep.
Lots of plays in a football game.
Yep.
That was an important play, but that's not what everything hung on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's unfortunate that they lost, but I don't believe that it was just that. Their offense didn't execute the way that they should have. And Philly held them down in a terrible to watch, boring game that Philly likes to play. But they keep winning, and they're the number 1 seed for a reason.
Mm-hmm. And as it gets colder, and if Saquon stays healthy, bro, that run game in the playoffs is gonna be there.
They're gonna
It's
be
gonna
right
be
back
there.
in that Super Bowl again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I hate to see it, but I feel like that's the way it's going to go. Gay League will find a way to ruin
I
it.
think you're talking about Caleb.
And
Yeah.
Caleb,
Hmm.
I think he's gonna stay on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Nails to long injury. He does like to paint his nails. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, he get his Israel Adesanya on a little too much. But if he stays on script, man, Caleb Williams is solid if he stays on script. When he tries to get outside of himself, get and I mean, yeah, like the threat of him making a big play is there, but a lot of times, like when he doesn't try to do too much and just take what the defense gives him, that's when they had their most success.
Yeah. He said, speaking of boring, let's bring up the energy fella with the dreads. It's like listening to an ASMR video. Gonna put me to sleep. Hey man, that's the way I talk, dude. So take it or leave it. That's the way I talk. That's me all the time. Um, so looking at the AFC, um, does anybody on that side scare you at all?
I'm gonna say Indy just because of Jonathan Taylor in that run game. Like for me, when it comes to the playoffs, if you got a run game, you control the line of scrimmage, you're gonna be a tough out. I'm not saying they're gonna go through the playoffs, but dealing with that run game is gonna be a problem for sure.
Yeah.
And with Denver there at the 1 seed, Bo Nix he is not afraid to throw it to the other team. So I mean
Oh yeah.
that even when you play the Broncos, whoever you may be, like you're gonna be in it for real. But at the same time, we can't forget about some of these veteran quarterbacks. When they get into the playoffs, they're gonna take it up a notch too now, and they're gonna start making some big boy throws in crunch time, and
Mhm.
that's really when you see teams start to separate themselves.
Yeah. I think uh still Buffalo. I'm still looking at Josh Allen being Josh Allen. Um, I think that would be the team that I would be worried about on that side. I'm not worried about Pittsburgh. The Chargers will find a way to beat themselves. The Colts will be solid, but Danny Dimes, I can see a 4 interception game in him too. I don't trust that. Um, but I do think that New England is a threat.
I was wondering what you was gonna say about the Patriots.
Yeah, New England is a definite threat. I think that Drake May is not your typical um, second year quarterback. I think that he's really, really good. Actually, if I was starting a team, I might pick Drake May over Justin Herbert.
Mm,
Yeah, I think he's that good.
interesting.
Um,
Interesting.
so I think that that's the team that I would be concerned with if I were.
So I got a quick question for you. Out of all these first round matchups we got on the screen, which one do you think is the most intriguing to you and why?
Mm, I would say the Rams against San Francisco.
Bro, bro, you was in my mind, man. I was thinking the same thing, dog.
That's the one, man. San Francisco always comes to play, and the Rams. It's just something about them two playing, man. It's always an exciting game, and no matter who's healthy and who's not healthy, San Francisco finds a way to make these games interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so and the Rams are gonna, they're a veteran team, who have people on the team who've done it before. So like, yeah, that would be the game.
And
That would be the one.
Stafford been playing his tail off too.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Grimy brought up that Rogers has a fractured wrist. It's on his non-throwing hand, so it's not that concerning. But he ain't playing that well anyway. So
Yeah, Rodgers is fragile to begin with, bro.
yeah, I mean he's 42. You can't do this that long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So out of all these games, which is the one that you would um pay the least to watch?
Pay the least to watch. The
Yes.
least to watch. Hmm. The least to watch, probably Seattle, Tampa Bay. Because I think Green Bay, Chicago, that's a rivalry game. That's gonna be nasty. And if it's in Chicago, it's gonna be nasty weather,
That's
snow,
true.
super cold, and it's gonna have that old school feel to it. Um, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, I think will definitely be interesting. But yeah, I probably would go with Tampa Bay, Seattle.
I think it would be Indy and against the Chargers. Like I feel like Indy would destroy them. I think they'd run all over them. I think they'd probably win by at least 2 touchdowns, at least, if not more.
I think New England. I think they would just run away from Jacksonville too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is. I don't know what's wrong with that dude,
bro. He had so much promise coming into the league, and I just do not think he has lived up to the hype.
Not one bit. I think for 1 year in the playoffs he did, but after that it's been downhill from there for sure. So yeah, we got through a ton. Before we jump off of here, man, I know we got UFC 322 or not 322, but Qatar, right?
Yep.
Coming up. Any thoughts on that one before we jump out of here?
I mean, it's Armin Sarukian needs this win because he's gotta. I mean, he's been the number one contender, but he's got to solidify it this weekend. I know a lot of people excited to see Dan Hooker come back, and personally, I think Dan Hooker Ilya would be a very fun fight, just because Ilya would be giving up so much in the reach, and we know Dan Hooker show up to bang. So I think that's going to be phenomenal. And then obviously Bilal Muhammad, Ian Gary, that's a potential title implications on it. So not a bad fight night coming from Qatar. I think we got like 5-6 guys making their UFC debut. Yeah. So it's a lot of unknowns going to this card, but it should be a fun one.
Yeah, a lot of wrong picks on my end probably, but we'll see. Nah, I've been doing good the past few weeks, so I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, we'll see. Them new guys, man, they gonna be those are the hard ones, for sure. But yeah, so we're gonna we'll have some more stuff. I know you got your stuff coming out later this week, or actually, is it already out?
Nah, it's not. It's not out. It's not out.
Okay, I was about to say I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
and I have another slide rankings come out. So, but
what weight class is it gonna
be? Welterweight. Yeah,
I will definitely be on the lookout for that. And chat, be on the lookout for it. The slide ranking videos are dope.
Yeah, y'all got to go check them out if y'all haven't yet. We got a multitude of divisions already out there, so y'all got to go check them out. But yeah, so yeah, good episode. Until next time, y'all.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.